Hello, and welcome back to Song Surveys on Sofas with Superheroes. So this is another request, and I loved this request. I actually heard the song on the radio yesterday in my car and was like, yes, it was so great, so fun, especially like once I had kind of done the research, it was great. So the song is Leave the Door Open by Bruno Mars, Anderson .Paak, and Silk Sonic, and it is just such a fun song, so we'll get into it. So it starts with this like old school 70s, 80s vibe. You get like the drums kick in for a couple seconds, and then you get piano, guitar, and different types of percussion. And you get the line "Say Baby," which is repeated 3 times before the verse begins. So once the verse begins, actually, let me explain the verses first. So what happens in the verses is you get like a line, and then you tend to get some background. Usually it's that line repeated. And so bear with me when I'm trying to explain if you haven't heard the song. So the lines I love are, "Oh, you got plans," right? So that's in the foreground. And then you get right after that, "You got plans." And then it says, "Don't say that, shut your trap." Love it. Every time I hear it, it makes me like so giddy and just makes me laugh so hard. It's such a good line, and what makes it so fantastic is up until that point, the repetition in that background, like after the line is said in the foreground, you get that like one little repetition in the background, is the same. So there is no difference. So if the first time you hear the song, you're like, oh, okay, they're going to be repeating the lines after every line, like, got it. And then all of a sudden it says, "Don't say that," and boom, it hits you with this like other different thing. But not only does it hit you with something different, it's so fantastic. It just like again, like just even trying to talk about it, I'm about to laugh. Like I just love, it's so clever, it's so good, and it just, every time I hear it and thinking about hearing it, I just love it. It's such a good line, and it's such a good like subtle thing at the end of that line. It's so good. I love this part so much. Also love the line, "In a robe, drip." So "in a robe" is the foreground, "drip drip" is the background. "I look too good," "look too good" is the background again, so it's repeated. "To be alone," and then it's like ooh. I love that. I think it's really awesome how like you're in a robe and you immediately know that he either got out of the shower or the pool, so it's like they establish the fact that he is wet and not just like rocking around in a robe so well and so cleverly. It's just so good. I love the like little subtle background that makes these lyrics so fantastic. It's just great. I really love it. And then the other one I love is "Just shaved," and the background is "Smooth like a newborn." So not only do I love that line, I think it's very clever, but I also love it's saying differently because there's like way more words. So it gets like this different sound. So I really love that too. Again, all of these things just so well done, so clever, so fun. Really like it. So then you get a pre-chorus where the lyrics aren't repeated like they are during the verse. And they're sung a little bit more quickly. And so I really actually like that because the music builds at this part to go into the chorus. And I think the quickness of it is definitely like a change, and it really draws your attention to that part of the song. So I like that a lot. So the music is more full sounding so what I love about the chorus is it kind of gets broken down into 3 parts, which will come back in the end because parts of it are repeated and other parts are not. So for the first part, you get like just piano and drums are like super prominent. And then for the second part, All right, so for the first part, you get this like full sound, right? Then for the second part, there's still like all these other instruments, but the piano and percussion in particular are very prominent in the sound of the music. And then for the third part, it has like a totally different sound, but it's actually similar to the beginning of the song, which I love how they brought that back. I thought that was really, really smart. And again, it's like you just get that like old school vibe to it. And so to bring it back at the end of the chorus, I thought that was really quite a good decision. I really thought that was good. So my favorite line in the chorus, that also has a different sound instrumentally because it's building to the transition is tell me you're coming through, and I love that through is held a little bit longer than the rest of the line. It works like so well with the rest of the chorus, and so I'm gonna kind of like backtrack. So we start with the last line, right, which was tell me you're coming through, and the reason it works so well is because it starts by the chorus starts by talking about how genuine the singer is, like I'm telling you the truth, I'm a good guy, like this is, you know, I'm being honest. And then you get the part where you get the title, so I'm gonna leave the door open. And so that's repeated 4 times. And what I love about this is the first and third time are sang like in the foreground, you can hear it very clearly, but then the second and fourth time it is kind of like in the background. So I really, really love that. And then on the last repetition, so that again, which is in the background, you get the word hoping. So I really love that. Again, just a subtle change, especially after 4 repetitions of the same line. But again, you get that foreground, background. So it's a little bit different. So smart. If you're going to repeat over and over again, do something different. And they did. They delivered so well on that part. I love it so much. So really love the subtle difference. And then it goes into, so it says hoping, right? Leave the door open, hoping that you feel the way I feel. So I really, really love how the lyrics just fit so perfectly together. And again, like I said, right, you kind of get these 3 different sections of music through the chorus. So the fact that the lyrics in the chorus are just like connecting with these like different music, it's brilliant. I just love it. I think it's really well done. And again, just like the foreground, background of the one part where the 4 lines are repeated over and over again, adding the word hoping that goes right into that next part. Very smart, well done. Really love the chorus of this song. So then the music transitions back into the next verse, and there are just so many great lines. Again, just such a fun song lyrically. It's so good. So I won't bite unless you like. So again, just like a clever, funny like way to be like, well, I won't bite. Like, and again, that could be like physically, like literally or metaphorically. So I love that you think of it in terms like when you hear that, usually I think immediately of like the figurative part of it, so not the actual literal part, but then they make it literal and it's just so good. It's like, I just love it so much. It's so funny. Again, the first time I heard that, I was not expecting it to go from this like non-literal language metaphor to this like, well, I mean, unless you like, then like I can totally do that. So I just like love it. It's so good. It makes me laugh. It's so great. And then there's a line where it's, and if you're hungry, girl, I got fillets, right? So I like that line in general, but when I first heard it, I thought he said I got the lays. Which like could also be super relevant to the part right before that. Or maybe it's right after that. But I understand why they used fillets, because in the first verse one of the themes in the first verse is that like he's trying to like talk himself up in terms of like where he lives, and he has a pool, and so I get the fillets part, but I just thought it would have been even like better if it was the lays. Like I don't know why. Anyway. So then you get another pre-chorus with that same music change, but and like the fact that there's no repeated lyrics, but like in the verse, but the lyrics are different from the first pre-chorus. And then you get a music change again that takes you into the chorus. And so in this part, I really like how, so the second chorus is, so if you're trying to lay in these arms, so that's the line that was in the first chorus that it is again saying in the second chorus, but this time there's like breaks and pauses in between, and so like you get the words repeated like in the verse, but like between the words in that line, which does not happen at all in the first time it's sang. So I really, really love those subtle differences. I think, again, they really, really did a very nice job in making the chorus not sound the same. So I really, really liked it. I thought they did a wonderful, wonderful job on that. Then the music shifts to the bridge, and there's lots of la, la, las, and I'm not gonna lie, like, after having such clever lyrics that, again, like, I don't know if it's supposed to intentionally be, like, fun, the lyrics, but they're so fun. And then you get to the bridge, and they're just, like, fine. They're just not fun and clever like the rest of the verses, in my opinion. I really, really like, and then even the chorus, right? So the chorus isn't as like fun in terms of just like the things that they're saying, but the way that they interconnect with each other, those three parts. So then you have this bridge, and I just was like, really? This is the bridge? You have all these fun lyrics in the verse. You have this awesome chorus that like totally like hits the right places like at the right time, and then you just like have this kind of like average bridge. So not my favorite part of the song. Again, it's good, like it's fine. It's just, I really love the lyrics and the verses, and I really love how the chorus all comes together. So I thought the bridge was just like, okay. So yeah, so after the bridge, you get a build up, and then it goes into a really full sounding chorus. But it's starting with like the second part of the chorus. So where it says, I'm gonna leave the door with open. So like lots of little changes. There's unique repetitions, like words being repeated. Again, foreground, background, things being held differently. So I really like those changes. And the full sound, I think it really works well towards the end of the song. The music shifts, and after the last line of the chorus, so before and after, so the music shifts right before, like right as you're going into that last line. So tell me that you're coming through is that last line. So again, the music at that point has already shifted to kind of bring you down to the end. So that line gets repeated after some more laws, and then you are like a few more lyrics kind of get like thrown in there. And again, there's lots of background music, lyrics, they all slowly fade out. And then that's the end of the song. So yeah, I loved this song. So fun. I think the verses are just so fun. Like they're just so fun. I loved the verses so much. I really, really liked how the chorus like fit the lyrics together, and again, sounded so different from start to finish, the chorus, but then kind of brought it all back with the sound from the beginning, that first time you hear the chorus. I really, really like that. And then also just the lyrics, how they fit so perfectly together. Love this song. Thank you so much for the suggestion. I can't wait to keep hearing it on the radio. Yeah, it's just very fun. Awesome, awesome song. Loved it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and please, guys, request more songs because I'm having a great time with this. So yeah, thank you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.